let's talk about just a couple humor ideas, because it's nice to have some funny moments in your story, even if it's a scary story. If you're doing a comedy, though, I think there's over 200 humor techniques. Humor's it's tricky. You really have to study it to get kind of a feel for it. But there are some things you can do. When you're designing your character, your lead character, if it's a funny story or you want kind of a laugh every now and then, put them in funny outfits with funny hairstyles and have them walk funny, like really exaggerated ways, and just everything they do is funny. If you look at the Ace Ventura movies, he's always wearing some funny outfit with suspenders and a loud Hawaiian shirt, and he's got this really crazy wavy hairdo on his head. And it's just this extra added layer of humor every time you see them, because they're just funny to look at. Another humor idea is show character using a normal thing or object in a funny way. Maybe in Jimmy Neutron, he has all these things he does with just things around the house, where he turns a microwave oven into a time machine, or he puts in an oyster with a grain of sand, and he pulls it out later and it's pearls, so he can make a necklace for his mother. And this is something that's useful. It's a kitchen appliance that we see all the time, but it's being used in a funny way where we relate to it. He also does this cute thing with a toaster that's been modified to be a satellite that floats up into space. I recently saw Over the Hedge, which I thought was a great film and uses a lot of the techniques I talk about. And those characters are really good at using, especially the raccoon. He's constantly doing things with things he steals from the suburban family's yards. These are little kind of wild creatures living on the edge of this new suburban development. And he does all these really interesting things with them. Like he has one of those paddle balls with the bouncing ball on the end, and he uses that to kind of swing around this bear cave and get over this bear. So people love to see things like that. Especially a small animal using a big thing, they can do different things with it. Create one character who is just so funny in some way that every time they're around, it makes us laugh. So maybe they speak with a really funny accent, or they're really forgetful, like Dory in Finding Nemo. It's really funny that she doesn't remember things, and it's a constant setup and payoff type gag, because there's so many different ways that can manifest, and we don't really get tired of it because they do it in different ways. She just really lightens up the whole story, just with her kind of funny, can't remember anything mindset. So those are a couple humor techniques, and you may want to just try and incorporating some of those in your idea right now and just see how that goes.